This episode is sponsored by TornSports.com, and I've got a lovely pair of sliders here. Every footballer's dream. What else do they do, Lou?
They do grip socks, all heights. So,
Nice.
they've got the ankle ones. And they actually do, I don't know, the footballers' trend these days is where they have the little cut in the back of their match day socks.
Yeah.
So they do them as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they do plenty of different socks and obviously sliders. So.
That's sick. Yeah, these sliders are very nice. If you want to grab yourself anything, head over to TornSports.com and get yourself something nice.
Right, we'll go on to... We're going to do our Premier League pretty much halfway through in it.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our Premier League team of the season so far.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll both say our keeper, both say our back four, midfield and attack.
Yep.
Yeah?
Cool.
Okay. I'll go first. I don't know if I'm curious to see if we have the same team. I reckon we could have
similar.
a lot.
I reckon it'll be very similar.
So who have you got in goal?
I've got David Raya in goal.
Yeah, I've got Raya. I don't think the only other keeper I would maybe have a mention is Matt Sells for Nottingham Forest or Jordan Pickford. But for me, Raya, like I know the last couple of games he's not been as good, but he's kept us in so many games, especially early on, and he like maintains a 7, 8 out of 10 every week.
Yeah, he's top. He's top. And I think out of the best keepers in the league, i.e. Alisson, Ederson and that, like Ederson hasn't been great.
No, he's been poor.
Season.
Alisson's not been
in
playing.
and out, like so it's not to say
Their replacement keeper's been good.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Forgot his name, but he was good. Other than that one error he made late on.
Yeah, the blonde lad.
Against who? Yeah, but yeah,
I don't think you can argue with Raya.
I don't think,
even though we're Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
Who have you got back four?
I don't think you have Trent in there.
I do have Trent.
You have Trent in there. I thought you had a
thing is, like,
against him.
The right backs weren't screaming out to me. Like Trent for me has been the best, and I think he's defended better than he has last season. But
barring the other game,
I think the system's just allowed for that to happen. Like they've been less up and down, barring obviously Sunday where he was terrible going forward and defending. But I don't think. Have you got Trent?
Yeah.
I don't think who else would you chuck in there?
I don't know, man.
Like for me, it'd normally be a Ben White or a Walker. Ben White's not played. Walker's been off.
Poor. Ben White's not played. Timber's not. Like, he's been good when he's played, but again, hasn't played that much.
Yeah.
So I think it's
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Centre backs.
I've gone Virgil van Dijk and Gabriel.
And Gabriel, really? Okay. I've gone Saliba and Dijk.
Yeah, a lot of people would go Saliba. I thought I'd be a bit different.
The only reason I actually
the big
went
goals Gabriel scored in certain games, I feel like it's still natural for guys to say Saliba then Gabriel, and I just want to give Gabriel his flowers.
Yeah.
Like, he's been just as good.
He has been
and
just as good.
Some big goals.
I reckon he's been
Saliba's been sent off this year. He's cost us.
Yeah, he has. No, to be fair, like regardless of if I think he's been better in his performances, like I think he's probably been 5% better in his performances when the ball's live.
Yeah.
But then you said he's give away pens, he's got red cards, and Gabriel's chipped in with goals.
Yeah, he's not.
The only reason I went with Saliba is because I just done it like Van Dijk plays on the left, Gabriel plays on the left.
Yeah.
Out of the two, and I put Saliba on the right. That's pretty much my only thought process.
Van Dijk plays on the left because they ain't got a left-sided centre-back though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Or maybe, I don't know.
Perfectly.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
but you can.
Nice.
But that's just what I went off anyway.
Yeah, no,
left back.
It's not bad. I've gone Anthony Robinson.
Yeah, same. I've gone Robinson. He it was almost like, who else is there? Who else do you pick? Vardiol's scored like 4 goals, I think, so far this season, but he's also looked shaky defensively, as all Man City have. The other shout I had was, Lewis Hall. I had a shout, but I thought he started off the year shit. Or poor, should I say? Not shit. Then he's been good like the last 6-7 weeks. So I don't think Robinson's been top all season, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who have you got in midfield too?
I've gone.
By the way, sorry. For centre backs, someone I did think has been good this year. The Nottingham Forest centre back, Milenkovic. He's been top.
Yeah.
Like, I've been really impressed every time I've watched him.
Yeah.
So he could definitely, if you're going specifically off like overperforming and on really good form, he could get in there.
Yeah,
for sure. Go on midfield.
I've gone Caicedo and Gravenberch.
Caicedo, I was tempted to put in, but I feel like his season last year just haunts me. Like
it wasn't that bad.
It was bad.
It was disappointing
for
the signing,
man.
for the 100 million.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
it was like 100 million.
Yeah, but it wasn't like haunting level bad.
It was. It was close, but he's. I don't know what's happened, man. He's looked top.
No,
man.
I think he's just been back to himself.
Yeah.
They didn't sign him for no reason. He was very good at Brighton.
Yeah,
and then he just had a bad year last year.
Yeah, Gravenberch, we can both agree. Like he's been He's probably been one of the players of the season, I think. Like, not just in midfield and not just for Liverpool. He's been so good.
Yeah, very impressive.
He runs the show in there.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon I've got next to him?
You've gone Gravenberch, yeah.
I wasn't too sure on this, but I still went with him because I'm watching him a lot.
What? Arsenal player?
Yeah.
Rice?
Yeah. I don't think that's like... I think a lot of people get onto me for putting Rice in that. But
I don't think you can, man. I think people...
He's so reliable, man.
He was so good last season and he's been better, like good this season, but not as... I don't think he's hit the heights.
He's just been the level of what Arsenal have been, if that makes sense. Arsenal were better last year, he was better.
So I don't think it's a bad shout at all. And like, if you ask me to pick a player between him and Caicedo, I'm picking Rice.
Yeah. It's just Caicedo's been on great form, which it's almost the reverse.
And
but
exactly.
Rice is still...
Yeah, and we can't... I mean, that's kind of what team of the half season is, isn't it? It's like who's kind of...
of
more
course.
Form. Chelsea have overexceeded. Players like Caicedo have been a big reason why they have. Arsenal aren't, if anything, are underachieving.
Yeah.
So people.
But I think without him in the team, we'd be struggling.
So
man.
it's not a bad shout.
Right wing. It's got to be one.
Wait,
man.
what have you gone as a shape?
I've gone like 4-2-3-1.
Okay, same.
Okay.
Same. Right wing. I mean
Salah.
I don't think there's a debate there.
I mean, do you see his? Oh, I got this stat up that I see on I think I see on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
Right. So best goal and assist return. Okay. I think this is in the history. Yeah. So first 18 appearances of the Premier League season. Okay. For the best goal and assist return of all time.
He's got that.
He's third. Okay.
Right.
So he's got 30 combined, 17 goals, 13 after 18. The only two people. Oh, it's not even Prem. This is ever, by the way.
Okay.
The only two people who've got better than him: Messi in 2010, 2011, and Ronaldo in 14, 15. Like. That's him this season.
So best Prem, basically.
It's the third of all time out of anyone,
pretty
much.
And the best Prem of that first 18 games.
30 returns.
Yeah, I mean, if he carries on at
18
that
games.
pace, it'll be an all-timer season. It would... I'd love to see him do it so we can... So like a real conversation can be had. Because that's obviously after 18 games. If you do it after 38 games, then...
It's insane.
Then it... Like,
but I mean, these are all compared to 18 games.
Yeah, I'm saying if we're saying the same thing after the whole season,
it's even harder to maintain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's was after 18 games, 28 goals, 9 assists, and Messi's was 21 goals, 14 assists. That's ridiculous. But yeah, where was we up to? So Salah, I've gone Salah, Palmer, and I've gone Semenyo. Who have you gone?
I went Salah, Palmer, and
Cunha?
I've gone Cunha.
Yeah.
I was gonna put one of my favourite players in there, but I just thought let's because I feel like Saka deserves an honourable mention.
Oh right,
this, but
he does. But
he's not gonna.
I don't think it's a slight not putting him in because you have to just put him instead of like it's him or Salah in my opinion, and you just have to go with Salah.
Yeah, I mean I've seen like some people go just like 4-3-3 type of 3 forwards, and then gone like Saka and Salah.
Do you think Saka wouldn't be as good on the left though? Would he?
I mean, he'd perform, but like these teams are never really about tactically who would be.
No, but you have to put them in there.
Yeah,
you have to go off their positions.
Exactly. If we're gonna go off their positions, then I'll just go.
Otherwise, I'd have like 10 attackers.
Winger. Yeah. Cunha is the best left winger so far this season for me.
He was an honourable mention for me. Palmer, I think, it's like picks himself.
Who did you go? Semenyo.
Semenyo, yeah. The only other people
So you've gone Semenyo left wing.
Yeah. But he has played on the left quite a bit.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to catch me out. No, the only people was thinking about instead of Palmer or like honourable mentions was Odegaard. I think he's still been just as good.
Injured 2 months, so that's the only thing.
Yeah, of course. And then Morgan Gibbs-White, just because he's been really good form.
With Odegaard, I mean, there's no question about his ability unless you either hate Arsenal or don't understand football. My only thing for
hate Arsenal's a big one, man. People don't.
I mean, if you hate Arsenal, and that's a lot of people, then obviously you're.
Or you love Chelsea, and you're like anyone against Palmer. I'm saying no.
I would like to see him score more goals.
Yeah,
I would because.
So would I.
I think that's the next not that would make him, not that if he doesn't, he's not as good of a player, but one, I mean, it shuts up the stats merchants.
Yeah.
But 2, goals are important. Like stats have become so talked about in football, and perhaps over talked about. But for the right reasons. At the end of the day, goals win games, assists win games.
He'll know when you start that.
He can't be on 1 goal at this stage.
Yeah.
He needs to start chipping in with more.
Yeah, that's probably the one thing he needs to add to his
game. That's the one thing for me that I really like about Palmer. Like, I don't think he's a better player than Odegaard, and we've had
they're
this
probably
discussion before. They're
the other one's not as good at.
Exactly.
Odegaard's better at.
Exactly. I think they're both top players. I think Odegaard's a better player. But
Creating,
Palmer's a goal scorer. His numbers are insane.
And I think that's
big, man.
I think that's shows that he's more of Palmer's used to being a front three player who's then drifted in the 10.
I think that's what
whereas Odegaard's always been in the midfield three.
I think it's that, and Odegaard's a pass first kind of guy.
Yeah.
Palmer's a shoot first kind of guy. So that's probably stems from someone that's played a lot in the front three growing up.
Yeah, definitely. Who have you gone up top?
I've gone Alexander Isak.
Have you?
Have you gone Chris Wood?
I've gone Chris Wood.
Fair.
The only thing that's obviously Isak's been top. The only thing that swayed me to Chris Wood is he's been on form all season. The first 5-6 games, Isak wasn't on it. Like he
had a broken toe and stuff like that. Remember?
Yeah. Well, for whatever reason.
I'm saying, he wasn't performing.
But obviously, if it was off the last 8 weeks, I'd go Isak because he's been like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think Chris Wood
I think
how
if you
long
asked me
the whole
3 weeks
season.
ago, I would have Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Without doubt. I think it's got to a point where, and I also think Isak is just better. That's why I've.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But Chris Wood, what he's done, unbelievable.
Who would you? Who's the manager? I'd have Slot.
Has to be Slot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Nuno has a good shout.
Nuno's obviously got
what on earth are they doing in the top
Nuno
four?
could be, yeah.
Like, that's a very good shout, and I mean,
Either of them
you could argue that he's doing a better job in the sense that I don't think Liverpool are doing anything exceptional. I think everyone else that was supposed
they're
to
maxing out.
just been,
as we spoke about, they're maxing out of what
they're maxing out, and I think no one else has been near them.
Yeah.
Arsenal been nowhere near as good as they've been.
But you still need to give them their credit.
No, you have to.
I thought they'd drop off, as a lot of people did after losing
I think
Klopp.
early on, everyone kept talking about who have they played and that kind of stuff. Well, they've played everyone now, and they're still 9 points clear. So you have to give them their credit. I'd still go Slot.
Yeah, I'd go Slot.
I still go Slot.
Right, well, that's pretty much the whole team done. I'm just gonna. The only honourable mention I had for a striker, obviously you said Isak.
I said Isak, and obviously Chris would have done an honourable mention.
For me, Solanke and Isak.
He's been scoring.
Especially recently. He had a little
even though
patch.
Spurs ain't been great.
Yeah.
He's been
I
scoring.
think he could have.
I think
deserves a shout.
Duran's been very, very good.
Duran, yeah.
In the limited games.
Rogers, I didn't mention. He's been good.
He's been good.
Yeah. Villa have done well, man. But no, I think that's a decent team. Decent teams there.
Yeah. I think there's not many up for debate. I think there's a lot of positions that pick themselves.
Yeah. Right. Well, we'll leave it there, and we'll come back next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m.